Well, it's that time, folks. It's that time. And if you wasn't paying attention to what's going on with our former baby girl over there in the members live stream tonight, then you missed out on a lot. You know why? Because it was a mess, folks. You don't even want to know what's going on, but do you? Yep, you want to know, because she says she is now going to do a public live stream. I mean that everyone could chat, or maybe she'll just block it and make members only to talk, but it doesn't matter. But is she doing this out of the kindness of her heart for the people that don't want to pay $9.99 to sit over there to watch them member live streams? Nope, not gonna happen, folks. You know why she doing it? Because she want to go after the one and only Beck. And that's what it's all about, because I think tomorrow is 12:02 or something like that. So today it's going to be the one and only Beck and Casey going live together in a collab. And it's going to be, Amberlynn Reed's going to be upset. So she had to do this members live stream, folks, to get some attention. And there was a whole bunch of stuff going on there. But the main point, she said that she was pretty much doing all this public live stream, not because she was going to just talk about things, right? The truth and the lies, right? It was more about that she was upset about the inheritance stuff that went on with Beck, right? And you know the wild part about that? Think about it. She have a bunch of stuff that Beck have said. And the most important thing was the inheritance, the money and all that. It's like she got to try to prove that point is not 100%, 0% the truth, right? And if you know anything about our former baby girl, she going to try to manipulate and to change the word and whatever she has to do to make herself right in that situation. And you know why I think she trying to do this? Because she see that Beck be getting the millions of views and thousands of dollars over there. And she's very upset about that. So she got to find some way to come back and go after Beck. And that's what it is. I don't think this is going to be no apology, because I don't think she's actually sorry about any of it. She just got caught out there, and she going to have to, try to figure a way around this stuff. But you know what it is? In this members live stream, she says she's going to come out and she's going to talk about the truth and the lies. Now, former baby girl, this is going to be very difficult for you. You know why? Because you is known up here for lying a million billion times. And that's the sad part. I think you actually going to regret this. You know why? Because now you put out so many lies. There is nobody. There is 0%, maybe 1% of the people is going to believe what you got to say. And you know who caused that? You did, right? So your credibility is shot. Even if you was telling the truth, nobody at this point is going to believe. And that's all on you. So you know what we're going to do, folks? We're going to go over some of the stuff that went on during that live stream. And one of the situations she was talking about was her experiences and Beck's experiences in the relationship, and how it was the same or different or whatever nonsense she was talking about. Nobody's going to even talk about that. You know why? Because Amberlynn Reed, I know you had your experiences in the relationship over there, but we never got to see Beck's. You know why? Because you did nothing but edit it out, filter it out, and give us some corrupted version of what was going on over there. And now at this point, what can you do? Beck finally got a channel and can say what they want, and you is upset, right? Because you can now, how can I say, twist the narrative to benefit you. And that's what we all saw here. In this situation right here, you saying you had your experiences, right? But there is no way that you had the same experiences as Beck over there. Think about it. How many times did you have to wipe Beck? 0%, right? How many times did you have to get in your car and drive around and take Beck around to see their exes? 0% again, right there. The experiences is not similar, right? Because all the things you did to Beck was out of control, right? And Amberlynn Reed actually went on during this members live stream to admit that she was controlling about the family and the friends and all the times they spent, and she was so sorry. Is she sorry? Nope. You know why? She only sorry because she got caught. And you know how I know this is the truth? Because if Beck never came out with this situation and just stayed quiet, Amberlynn Reed would have not changed anything at all, would have never apologized or admitted to any of things, and lived happily ever after, not regretting a thing she did to Beck. And that's how I see it, folks. It's like when you was in school and you did a lot of things to people and you never got caught until the teacher made you apologize. Then you was regretted because they're going to suspend you and you didn't want to get your parents called. Now, former baby girl, that's exactly what happened. And right now, you're just trying to figure a way to balance the scales, and it's never going to happen. There is no way that you're going to fix this. You can say whatever you want. This is my opinion, right? And it's not going to work. You know why? Because all your exes is coming out saying pretty much the same thing. They was all mistreated and all the bad things you did to them. And that what can I even say, Amberlynn Reed? I think you got away with this too long. And now that everybody coming out, that's the dangerous part you feel, and you're like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen, right? Now Casey's coming out, I'm going to get exposed. Destiny is coming out. once again to expose you. And why is that? I don't know anybody on the internet, right, that have every single ex over here exposing them. Anybody in the comment section ever see this? Maybe in a TV show. I don't even think I seen it in a TV show, but that's where Amberlynn is. She is like elite, folks. She is at a standard that nobody is at. This is what she does to people, and now the whole world is coming out to expose her. And what can she do? Throw a little bit of fake tears over there in the members live stream, come public and just say whatever she wants and just deny, and admit some stuff that she can't deny. And there was an odd part right here. In all this nonsense that she's over there being exposed about, she actually came on to say that she has been doing, what did she say, what's best for Beck all this time. Now, former baby girl Amberlynn, at this time, you're doing the best thing you could do for Beck. So what does that mean? You didn't do the best thing in the past? Because what you're doing right now is clearly not the best thing. The only person you're doing it for is yourself, because you got to get yourself out of the situation, and it's not going to happen. So now that we're done with all that, you know what we're going to move on to some other stuff that was going on. And this has to do with the marriage, the proposal. You remember when Beck was going to supposedly marry former baby girl Amberlynn, and now you know what Amberlynn said? Amberlynn said that she did not ask Beck to propose. To propose, folks. Yes, did not ask Beck to propose, even though she bought herself 2 engagement rings. I don't know how that works, former baby girl Amberlynn. If you buy 2 engagement rings for yourself, who else did you think was going to propose to you unless you told them to? Because if I recall correctly, the person proposing usually buys the rings, right? And then they say, I'm going to put it in a little box, or I'm going to do something like that. And then I'm going to surprise them and I'm going to say, will you marry me? Or something like that. But for you to buy 2 of it and then expect for us to believe that you did not ask Beck to do this. Think about it. In the members live stream, you even admit to being controlling emotionally and everything to Beck. So I was seeing this situation. You were like, this is going to be good for views, folks. I'm going to get you to propose, because we seen this back in the day. Remember that one episode? I don't even know. It was a video way back in the day. You had Beck get on the ground on the hands and knees and like say, will you marry me? And then you just ran off giggling and laughing and you're like, oh, you know, some nonsense like that. That was staged also. So I believe that you told Beck to do this. And, you know, former baby girl, sometimes I watch these things and I'm like, let me just find something to get the benefit of the doubt. And it's very hard, Amberlynn. I don't know what you're doing over there. For me, you know, I try to give somebody a little bit, like, you know, benefit of the doubt. But when you even speak now, you know what it is? It's just how can you cover and prevent what's going on? And it doesn't even come off authentic. That's how I take it. And think about it, former baby girl. You have even burned your audience out that they do not even believe when you cry in a video, because you stage a lot of crying, and you've shown us over there on TikTok and other stuff how you can cry on, like if somebody said cry, boom, you can cry right at that moment, right? So nobody even believed that. You've put yourself in such a bad position. It's impossible to get out of here unless you got a total new audience. You made a new channel about, I don't even know what you can make it about, because I don't even think they believe you over there. And think about it. You said about the proposing and the 2 rings and all this nonsense, and then you went on to say that you was not going to even, what did you say? Let me quote like Amberlynn try to play this nonsense with the reaction channels and everybody, that we got to be exactly right what she said. She admits she would have not went through the marriage with Beck, folks. And that's quoting what she said in that members live stream, right? So that means she bought herself 2 rings. She had Beck fake propose like that. She made videos about it on YouTube that they was going to get married. Then she made that video that she looked completely miserable, that they was going to be engaged, right? And then she comes on to admit that she would not at all have married Beck. Think about it, folks. This is who we dealing with. Amberlynn that put out this kind. It's all for money. At some point, former baby girl, you got to just say, you know, I can't be putting this out. I'll take the hit on the money, right? I know I need to pay my bills, but a lot of this stuff, look, it's just coming back to bite you, right? It's just terrible how it looks, right? You just putting it out there. Let me get them views, get them millions of dollars right there. And then look at this mess you got right here. And if I could give you a chance to regret one thing you did, I guarantee it's going going to be that you talked about Beck for all them years, folks. You was just trashing them over and over and think nothing was going to happen. And look at where you at right now. You doing these private member live streams over there. You got to deal with all this hassle right here. If you would have just, sat back and just mind your business and just leave people alone, you would not be in this situation. And I think you just most upset right now that you're going to be exposed time after time and you don't know what's coming. You don't even know who else is coming out of the situation. What is you going to do if one day you wake up and wifey come out up in here and does a collab with everybody? I don't know where that would stand. You probably have to retire at that point from YouTube, because your only defense is to say that every single person in your past is 100% lying, and that's not the truth. Now, Amberlynn, there's nobody that caused your problem but you. There's nobody that can fix this problem but you, and at this point, there is no way to fix this. You're just going to have to sit and ride that wave, and that's what you're going to actually do. You're going to come out here and try to defend yourself, and you know where that's going to go? Nowhere. You know why? Because the audience don't believe you, and the stories your exes are saying is too detailed to be lies. And now that we're done with that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give our former baby girl a little bit of advice, because she wants to come up here and she wants to do this live stream. She wants to expose all the truths and all this type of nonsense that she's going to say she's going to do. But this is what I'm going to give you advice right here. Either one, former baby girl Amberlynn, you don't monetize that video at all. That public live stream you're going to do, you know why? Because after all these years in dedication to people having to your channel, they shouldn't have to provide you with super chats to ask you questions. And that's what I see is going to happen. There is no way, and you said it in your members live stream recently, that you can no longer keep up to the chat, right? It's a little too fast. And that means you're going to just over there spend all your time reading the super chat questions. And that's not fair. You know why? Because somebody not going to pay doesn't mean that their question to you is invalid, right? They don't get a chance and you just say, well, I didn't see it, it went by too fast. That's really unfair to everybody. And there's going to be a lot of people in that chat that got a lot to say. And you know what you're going to do? Ignore it. You're just going to see that little bubble pop up there and it's going to say $10, $5, $1,000, $1 million. And you're going to read that one. And all the other people in the bottom here that's asking the same question, they don't get a chance or get an answer to their question. And that's really unfair, right? So either one, don't monetize it. And if you're going to monetize it, you got to dig through the comments also. You got to take time and give everybody their chance. I know you're not going to be able to answer every question, but at least make it fair. Like 1 for 1, you answer one super chat, you answer somebody in the normal chat in the bottom that didn't provide you with income from that, right? And that's the only way I could see it. But you know what I did? I did a little bit more detecting this, and I know what you could do for my baby girl Amberlynn. If you're going to do this public live stream, you know what you could do? You could make the live stream a fundraiser, right? Because that is something that you can do with live streams on YouTube, where 100% of the money that you raise goes towards nonprofits and all type of stuff like that. And you can find something with all you did to Beck and you've done to people. There has to be a nonprofit that you could support and give all the money to. And that's what you should do. Look at right here. Boom. Even YouTube has it right here. And it said right there, 100% you raise goes to nonprofit. Maybe that's what you should do with this. All the super chats and live donations could go towards that. Because any other way, it's going to look like a money grab, because that's how I see it. But is that former baby girl going to do what she got to do? Nope. She going to continue to do what she has to do to benefit her. Well, that's the end of the video, folks, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Later.